It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see this team's electric quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. Buckle up. There's football coming your way, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 25.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games. On the other side of the field for our visitors here, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be let out by their 6-year quarterback.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Right back to him on first down. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 91 yards.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a changeup.
Here is 3rd and 5. He'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And that will be incomplete.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
And his kick is good. And the opening drive of the game yields 3. Well, they had the solid field position there to start the opening drive and didn't have to really move it too far to be in range and take the 3-0 lead.
And a lot of times I think that even I look at this a little bit negatively because of where they started with the field position. Hey, they still got 3 points out of this drive. Got a little momentum going. Got things set up for the rest of the ball game. Take the 3, be happy, and move on.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by a former Baylor Bear, their rookie quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Here now, 2nd and 4. Now back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football? You're exactly right. It was hard for them to stop him.
2nd and 5. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
That is caught. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 13. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. They're going to look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took him home.
And they trust their offensive line as well because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive down with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down. Back to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim, and hopefully they'll be kicking extra points instead.
The home team's offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a QB, you'll notice he's worked his way into the top 5 at this point in the season. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in week 4, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And what a letdown after a huge play. He's going to pull this in and then set sail for the end zone. And he nearly made it, too. But he's going to be tracked down just short of the goal line. So a big play there that's going to set him up with 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Back to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those sixes on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. In trouble, and he's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
And on now is the punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a 1st down. They'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8.
They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. He'll look to throw.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught. Touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there is no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage, put the ball right on him.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They'll set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy and let him plow forward and pick up a 1st down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they...
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. After the sack here, 2nd and 11.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. And for the 2nd time this half, on comes the field goal unit here. From the right hash, this from 53. And his kick is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They trail 20-13 our scores. They have it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Now this airmail to the sideline. It's incomplete, and there don't appear to be any flags forthcoming. Maybe a little fortunate there. It's 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4. So they bring out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the 1st. They bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for the 1st time this afternoon. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. This is taken at the 15. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and they will take over 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A big play there just before halftime. And even 60 yards.
He's already got 1 touchdown this first half already. That very nearly was a 2nd. Defensively, they're going to have to figure something out because he's been able to outrun the defenders early and often so far.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw again.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll bring him back within 4.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll throw now on the final play. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing middle, and the ball is knocked out.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Here's a 2nd and 7. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
That'd be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. And they'll send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line.
The visitors' offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And you see the numbers for him into this 3rd quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open throughout.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll set up a throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Now a play fake here on first down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that will bring up second down. He'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
Slot man moves right.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
Down to about the 22 here.
45 yards rushing for him now to this point.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. He'll look to throw.
And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will go out of bounds, so they will lose yards on the play. And on 4th down, of course, it'll be a turnover on downs.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now back to throw.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, they've got some stuff to build on from that last drive, because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They're going to look to throw.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short.
I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
Well, when you time those screen passes perfectly, they can work perfectly, but that time it took a little too long to develop.
And you zeroed in on exactly what makes that play go. Timing. Because if the timing's off at all, those unblocked defenders coming at the quarterback, they'll put him on the deck.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Out of the gun now on third down.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Back to throw here. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. And that is incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
And his kick here is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. The offense on 3rd down, they're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 2. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position. I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Back to throw.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to fourth down. And on now is the punter, as he's on for the 5th time here today. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Back to throw now on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. He stiff arms him, and he is out of bounds right around the 34. 85 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there.
His third rushing touchdown on the year.
And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game.
Here's 2nd down and 3.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here.
And he'll get a fair amount of yardage back, but now it's 4th down.
Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Conditions only going to get worse as we get back to football here to start this overtime. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
So here is the home side to take over on offense.
All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They give that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up. They'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance, you got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct, because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
130 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
On play action, they'll throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And that will be incomplete as well. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And he whips that one incomplete there. Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here, a 1st down blitz.
You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up, but in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on the QB, and he wasn't able to complete a pass downfield.
And he is across midfield from one 49 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Just straight money right there. The biggest drive of the game, a chance to win it in overtime. If they've been saving that play, they sure pulled it out at the right time. A huge turn of events there.
And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And the defense is going to let him think about it a little as they use their second timeout here. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. And this home crowd is in a frenzy as their guys have pulled it out in the end.
A lot more was on the line in this one than just defending your home field, CD. They defend their home field against a division rival and get the victory, so this one feels a little extra special.
It has to, right? There's always just a little more emphasis on games like this. Everyone talks about playing each game the exact same way, but you and I both know that is not true. Division rivals, you want to take care of business not just at home, but against a team that you really don't like very much too.
So for the home team here, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.